Well, that's one way to test the grip of your tyres, but I have a much safer and simpler method. Last year in the UK, 1,168 of us were injured in car accidents where faulty tyres were a contributory factor. 228 of us suffered serious injuries, and sadly, 36 of us died because the tyres on our cars were not properly maintained. For the 43 million drivers in the UK, that should be a sobering thought. Our life literally depends on those 4 rings of black rubber. We all know that a car needs an engine to make it go, fuel to make that engine run, and wheels to make it move. But where do tyres come into the scheme of things? Sam McLaughlin is a racing driver, car control instructor and precision stunt driver. When it comes to stopping distances, Sam's your man. I'm always slack-jawed in amazement that the vast majority of the drivers in the UK do not know the first thing about how to check their tyres if they're safe or legal. And call me old-fashioned, but it's all down to a bit of common sense, isn't it?
Common sense and the use of a simple 20p coin.
Show us how that works, Sam.
Basically, we have a road legal tyre here. You take the 20p in, stick it in the lowest tread depth you can find on the tyre. If you cannot see the outer band of that 20p coin, that tyre is legal.
Okay. Now tell us why tread depth is so important here.
Tread depth is important because we have on the road what we call a contact patch, the point of contact between you and the road. That's your tyre. If you don't have tread, you won't be lifting the water off the road surface and you will have no contact with the road.
And you don't have any grip and you don't have any adhesion either?
None whatsoever. You will simply aquaplane.
Okay, so legal tyre, here's an illegal tyre. Now this is an extreme example, but don't think that we've made this up or taken it off a racetrack. This is an actual tyre that came into a tyre depot in Uxbridge on a family car, family man, kids. He'd been driving round with this on public roads, which is just completely inexcusable. But here you go, just for the effect.
This tyre is an absolute disgrace. We can take the coin and we can put it anywhere we want. If I hold it there, you can clearly see that outer band. This tyre is 100% illegal.
So when you're checking, you've also got to make sure you do it around the tyre because you could have flat spots and things like that.
Exactly.
So look, this is not technical, this is not difficult. You do not need to be Stephen Hawking to know how to do this. But if you are in any doubt at all, take your car into a local tyre depot, get it checked by an expert, and do not, emphatically do not ever drive around in a car with tyres like this. And to actually see the difference, we need to do some testing. We're going to simulate some emergency stops in the wet. This is a familiar family car. There are literally hundreds of thousands of hatchbacks like these all over the UK. It's front-wheel drive and has a raft of safety features like ABS, ESP, disc brakes and airbags. So far, so good. Our test track has been dampened to recreate typical UK road conditions on a rainy day. Sam is now going to do 2 emergency stop braking distance tests. Now on the first run he'll be using legal but worn tyres with 2 millimeters of tread depth. On the second run he's going to be using illegal tyres with 1 millimeter of tread depth. Now that might not sound a great difference. Watch, you might be surprised. Okay, let's go. When Sam reaches this marker, he'll be travelling at 50 miles an hour. He then brakes hard and hopefully won't hit the cones, which represent a stationary car in front or a pedestrian crossing the road. First up, it's the legal tyres. No surprise there then. The legal tyres worked just as they were designed to. The car, the cones and Sam survived for the second test. But this time it's a similar set of worn tyres but with a legal tread depth. Well, that felt like a big distance to me, maybe 3 car lengths. Someone from TyreSafe is going to come up and tell us exactly what it was.
It was actually 17 metres.
17 metres, so actually over 4 car lengths difference between tyres with illegal tread and legal tread. Now that's not just a question of tapping the bloke in the car in front, that is wiping him out. That could be, in my opinion, a potential fatality. Let's just compare both tests one more time.
We ran the test under the same conditions several times, and the results were similar.
So here's the bottom line. No matter how good your car is, no matter how good a driver you are, as Sam has just very frighteningly proved, when it comes to running a car on worn tyres, stopping distances are alarmingly longer. So remember the 20p test. This little silver coin may not buy you much these days, but when it comes to tyres, it could just save your life. Here's how you can do the 20p test. Insert a 20p coin into the main tread grooves. If you can see the outer ring of the 20p piece, your tyres may be illegal. Repeat the same test across the tread and around each tyre.
For more information, go to www.tyresafe.org. That 20p piece could just be a lifesaver in your pocket.